Hello class, this is a video tutorial on probability. In this video we're going to be looking at relative or experimental probability. Relative probability is calculated from the results of multiple trials of an experiment. The short way of writing this is experimental probability of some event E is given as the frequency of E occurring and the total number of frequency. This looks very similar to theoretical probability. However, relative probability requires some sort of result from an actual experiment, and we take our numbers from that experiment and from those results. So let's take a look at this now. In this example, the result of 100 dice rolls are as follows. So here are different outcomes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and the number of times 1 was rolled was 19 times. The number of times 2 was rolled was 14 times, and so on it goes. We can calculate it here, but it's always best to double check if it matches what it says here, and sometimes it doesn't actually say what the sum of the frequencies are. So we've got a calculator here. Let's double check this. 19 plus 14, 17, 17, 16, 17. Here's 100 dice rolls. So now let's calculate the relative frequency or the relative probability of 1. Well, we can get the experimental probability of 1 is given as, well, how many times did 1 occur in our experiment? 19 times over the total number of times we ran the experiment, which was 100. It's as easy as that. The experimental probability of 3 is given as, well, how many times did 3 occur? 3 occurred 17 times. So the frequency of 3 is 17. And how many rolls, how many trials did we have in total? Well, 100. And lastly, calculate the relative frequency of greater than 4. Well, how many times did we roll these this die and get greater than 4? Well, we had 5 happened 16 times and 6 happened 17 times. So the experimental probability of greater than 4 is equal to 16 plus 17 over 100. That will give us 33 over 100. Hope that gave you a very quick insight into relative or experimental probability, and best of luck to you all. Oops, there we go.